The deepest part of the temple lies just ahead. It is the altar of the 12, where the dragon god Et slumbers.
What is this really sinister voice? There's unquestionably something totally not good back there.
This magla. It feels like that of a normal dragon, but somewhat different. What is this?
Well, that's why we're here. Let's go.
No! It can't be!
Oh, hell! There was a dragon after all!
I thought this thing needed a priestess to summon it.
Is that the lance?
We are in no condition to claim it. Fire and flame! Has even the dragon god succumbed to melancholia?
No. I think this is something worse. Look! On its back!
Something clings to it. A human. Is that the fiend behind this chaos?
That's the worst double act I've ever seen.
Look at its eyes, its mouth, like it's shielding itself, or like it refuses to confront anything, or almost like...
Yufa, get back! We've got bigger problems than the ritual! This thing wants to eat us!
You would fight our god!
What can we do but defend ourselves?
Yufa!
I'm...
Look out!
Yufa!
What can I do? You would have me abandon this end. You would send me away to live my life. But how? How can I? This is all I have. Please. You can't take my purpose away from me.
I must apologize. I was wrong to assume. I was quick to judge. But your rites are not acts of barbarism. Yours is a proud heart. But still, see the truth. Is this your god? A god who demands martyrs, who desires tragedy. Is that truly a god worthy of your devotion and faith? Arise now, priestess! Have you come here only to be saved? Or will you find purpose beyond death, to stand and fight as a savior?
I want to!
O Lodestar, ye torn maiden of faith, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
I love that island. I love the smell of its verdant flora. But what I love more than anything is its people. Their words may be coarse, but their hearts are true. I must save them. Please!
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
If I cannot save them in death, then I swear I'll protect them with my life. All of you, let me fight by your side!
Yufa? You can fight?
And that power!
I found my answer. I offer my life in battle, not in sacrifice.
Ha! Then we fight as a team!
That thing on its back! That's the human possessing it, right?
Yes, it must be. If we strike at the human precisely, we may be able to separate them. Everyone, you need not hold back. We fight to save the dragon god, Et. And I shall fight with all I am.
We're not sacrificing anyone! Come on, team, we fight together!
Come forth now.
Yeah! Yufa hit their weakness! It's absorbing the dragon god's power? We did it! Now we just need to take down the body.
The dragon!
The dragon god Et has returned to its sacred vessel. Legend has it that while in its vessel, that's when the dragon god's power is greatest, and weakest when it takes to raging wing. So if it has a true form, you see it now before you. And here is our village's divine relic, Dracodios, Lance of the Dragon God.
'Twas rusty and worn, but now it almost gleams.
So dragons aren't just magical beasts. They're a manifestation of pure Magla. My sister's research. She was right.
You all had the right of it. All these tragic calamities, they are not born of the Dragon God's wrath.
Then maybe they arose from the temple's melancholia. Perhaps that human was the source.
'Tis not the first time. Thinking back on it now, a human has always been at the heart.
You think humans are what's causing all of this?
No, I don't think that's quite it. Something about that monster. The way it instinctively tried to shield its eyes and ears. It was as if we faced the living past of the Mustari people itself. The Mustari reject the world beyond ours, lost and comforted by ignorance. And in adversity, it is our God we cling to as cause and answer to our suffering. Maybe we have only ourselves to blame. A self-inflicted madness. Our hearts are the source of Magla, of magic arts. Even this new power, this archetype that has awakened within me. Another... I did not know this one existed.
If this mural had been lost until now, then... This paints quite a different picture of the priestess. She looks to be fighting.
You suppose this is the truth of the priestess's duty? I mean, offering her life to quell the calamity threatening the village. Maybe that's what it meant all along.
It had always seemed odd that the dragon god dwelled within a lance, of all things. Not a sealed urn, but a weapon. My brother often wondered about it. We were wrong. No, we did not even think to question.
You would have died in the name of an era of semantics. The world has not been kind to you, girl.
No. On the contrary. I feel I've been saved. I finally see my path laid before me. So thank you. Let us return now to the village. You said you had business with the lance when all this had settled down, did you not?
Yes, but I doubt you'll want to let go of it after all that. We have to figure that out.
I cannot simply relinquish it, but perhaps instead...
What was that?
Surely not. The human from the altar? How has it not perished?
I heard it enter the water. This channel leads straight to the ocean. If it seeks prey, to regain its strength.
Then it can only be headed for the village.
Damned beast! So much for taking it slow on the way back. After it!
Someone, please!
Monster! A monster in our village!
I hear screaming. It's gotta be here.
You lot came back! We honestly... Ha! Looks like the little lady made it out, eh?
Of course! But more importantly...
Right. We've got a human on the hunt. Del's helping the villagers get to higher ground.
Truly? I'd not have expected it of him.
That's Fidelio through and through, isn't it? I am Euphasia, the priestess. Thank you for helping with the evacuation. Hereon we shall...
Oh, priestess! It's the priestess!
Lady Eupha, please save us.
What don't you lot get about evacuate? You want to live? Do as you're told.
Priestess, what happened to the ritual? What of the dragon god's wrath?
Did you even perform the rite? Oh, this is a disaster. How can we survive now?
The dragon god Et is here as our guardian deity.
Don't worry, you'll get your ritual.
The real one, that is. The ritual that's been buried for hundreds of years.
As the priestess, on my life, I will drive back this calamity.
Hold on now. You're not actually gonna fight, are you?
Basilio, where's the monster?
So be it.
We end this here.
We can do this! It is time I put the truth to our teachings and rituals. I stand anew. I stand with you.
I thought we already finished this guy. Guess he's a stubborn one.
This is for the future of the Mastari! Fall!
Right. That's the end of that.
Everyone, once again, thank you so much.
What a spectacle! To think I could have evacuated and missed the performance.
Yufa, that power.
It must be the same power wielded by priestesses of old. My rescuers helped me realize that.
You mean to say sacrifice was never the intent of the ritual?
The priestess offers her life in service, not sacrifice. She takes up arms and faces the scourge. That is why our relic is a lance.
A mural on the altar suggested as much. It's likely the murals of this village don't actually depict sacrifice either.
You saw what was inside the temple? What was it? Something the church would rather keep buried? Some other mystical relic?
A relic? Hardly. We saw a ruined city of the old world. Evidence of a history before our own. Small wonder the clergy can't send their monks. Anyone who saw that would have their faith shaken. It's all but physical proof that the Sanctus Scriptures are fiction.
You don't say.
However, we of the islands have done no better in upholding the truth of our past. With all my heart, I wanted to save our village. But all I did was sit and hope.
Lady Yufa.
I clung to my determination with such fervor. Perhaps without my noticing, it became a desire for atonement. The day you left, Adeni, even the night father and mother left this world, I could do naught but sit and wait and hope. I believed it was my role as priestess. If I had done anything at all to change it, perhaps we would not have faced such horrors.
You can do your changing now. After all, you're still alive, you've got years ahead of you, and you've got friends and family close. You needn't bear this alone.
We support her? Without the rite of sacrifice? Was that also depicted in the temple? Is that really the truth of the teachings?
Is that so difficult to understand? What matters the murals or the truth of the teachings? Do you believe the priestess fought out of tradition alone? She fought because she wanted to protect us. This village. She fought for you and I. Our lives and joys. Is that not enough reason to support her?
You made good on your promise to save my sister. Words cannot express my thanks. But there is something that must finally be said. Yufa, I'm glad you chose life.
I think I understand now. It's not slaying monsters that gets rid of the melancholia. I think it goes away when we help people overcome their fear and anxiety.
I have to say, for the moment there, it looked like we'd have more dead than alive. But now they've got the lance, priestess, and the whole sodden village in their corner.
It's only relevant as far as it matters for Luis's sake, Baz. Remember, we're doing this for a world where your blood don't matter, long as you can fend for yourself.
Suppose, but what about them that can't fend for themselves? Like them village folk you helped save. Reminds me of that Glodell business too. They're tough enough that they don't need dirty tricks. If you challenged them, and they won fair and square.
Pack it in, Basilio. Our war may be quieter, but we're still fighting. Hesitate out there and you're dead.
Tell.
So, that's the lance everyone's after. Don't suppose you could chuck it our way, young miss?
I wanted to discuss that. Unfortunately, I cannot let the lance leave my side. But to that end, what if I were to accompany you? The monster is gone, the Magla-made distortion is visibly fading from our lands, The threat looming over the island has passed. That said, if I am to be a warrior priestess, then I feel I must learn what the world is like beyond our borders. Besides, if you were to hold the lance, you would lose your powers of magic, which would be inconvenient.
Wait, we lose our magic powers?
Well, a flow of some protective magla surrounds you. Yet, when the lance nears you, it seems to dispel that magic. I can only assume it's one of Dracodios's powers.
What? Hold on. Protective Magla? You don't think she's talking about the king's magic?
What's come over you, Stroll? You seem distraught.
Look, can I talk to you for a second? There's something I want to test with Dracodios. Did you all see that? This changes everything.
I'll say. I was wondering how a whole dragon's worth of magla fit in such an ordinary-looking lance. Now I finally understand.
Your pardon, but might someone clarify?
He blocked it well enough, but the blow still landed. Our candidate was struck.
There's no doubt about it. This lance has the power to nullify the protection of the king's magic. That means, as long as you have this lance, any candidate can be killed. And if Luis knows that, it explains a lot.
Then I am well glad the brothers are not present to hear it. What a secret to have stumbled upon.
Maybe this is our chance. We can do what Grius couldn't, and this time he wouldn't see us coming.
His plan to assassinate Luis.
Yes. That was our original mission, after all.
You would use it to take a life.
Yikes. We've been blabbing in front of Yufa.
Doesn't matter. We'll need it kept quiet that we know the lance is secret, and we can't ask that of her without giving a proper explanation.
I was the one who came asking to be included. No matter how heavy or grim your burdens, I would shoulder them alongside you.
Sheesh. Not much we can say when she puts it like that.
But how would such an assassination be enacted? Those brothers will make damn sure we turn the lance over.
A stealth mission's out. Last time there were hardly any guards about and we still barely managed to survive. I'd rather not push our luck.
We need some way to keep the lance and use it to strike Luis down. Well, Captain? Any ideas?
How about we give him a fake lance?
There's a thought. After all, the lance has been shut up in a temple for ages. Not even Luis would know what the real one looks like.
'Tis an easy thing to say. But are we even capable of making such a replica?
If you just need a visual double whipped up, that's certainly within my repertoire, what?
Oh, good. We've got a certified craftsman on board. Have at it then. Give us a lance to turn heads.
Yufa, knowing what we want to do with the lance, are you sure you still want to stick with us?
I did not falter in choosing my fate as a sacrifice. And I will not falter in this. Please, tell me everything.
Well, settle in. It's a long story.
So the prince is alive?
I know His Highness can guide us to a brighter future. Laugh at my hopes if you wish, yet...
I do not know or love this prince as you do. But I can tell, by your faith, he is not one to cast others aside.
For now, we need to figure out when and where to ambush Luis. The treasonous bastard who cursed him.
Well, if we're going to trick him with a fake, there's only one answer. Saint's Day. The city will be chock full of relics by then. Perfect for a bit of cover.
'Tis the same day Luis plans to attack Forden. No doubt he has the same advantages in mind. The relics will be presented at Altabri's Grand Opera House, yes?
Well then, you could try it while I'm singing. Long as I'm on stage, I can keep everyone's eyes on me.
I suppose it is time I face my destiny as well. In the name of protecting my people, I've no doubt my understanding of life itself will be tested. All I can do is hope for your support in my journey. Time to go!
Not just the lance, but now we've got Yufa herself. Things are looking up. Maybe you just draw people to you, like the prince did. Strange to think of an understanding of life, though. I get it. It's just not something I thought about until recently. You think a fairy could find any meaning in that?
I'm sure you can.
You're right. I want to believe that. With you on our side, I know we'll figure it out.
I will go tell my brother of my departure.
Then we shall rest at the inn. 'Tis altogether too cramped in these quarters.
Cramped spaces are the foundation of camaraderie, I say. Well, to each their own.
Apologies for the intrusion.
Something wrong, love? It's late.
My brother had already retired for the day, so I thought I'd wait for tomorrow to tell him. But now that I find myself alone with my thoughts, I'm quite nervous.
Think you'll be able to tell him yourself?
If I cannot even do that, there would be little point in leaving the island. He will understand. After all, he left long before I did. What is that book?
Oh, it's a fantasy novel. He's never without it.
A fantasy? But what is it a fantasy of?
It's a story about a utopia.
A utopia?
'Tis a world where all people are equal and no conflict exists. Much like the world His Highness once dreamt of.
In truth, 'tis difficult to envisage. All I have known is our own island's history and doctrine, and naught beyond it. So, well, would it be all right if I read some? Remarkable. Despite all the people share in common, the world is filled with myriad faiths and beliefs. Accordingly, those in search of spiritual meaning may seek and find many different teachings to guide them. I see. So the people of this world are free to believe as they will. Anyone may follow any god, any dogma.
So basically the opposite of the Sanctus Church.
Our legends say that the ancient world was full of all manner of beliefs too. The people of Eld worshipped many gods from many pantheons. People confronted the anxiety that haunted them.
Thinking back, some of those figures in the temple murals may have been gods.
Yes, that mural depicting myriad gods is an explanation of how this world came to be.
But ultimately, war claimed everything. Suppose that means it wasn't much of a utopia, right?
Perhaps freedom unchecked gave rise to conflict. Either way, to know the past is to ensure history does not repeat. If we are to create a utopia rooted in our world, faith is not enough. We must move onward and take action as allies, because I believe that's how this must be used. This power that guides us to ideals. To walk forward, firmly, fearing nothing.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Your pardon?
Yufa, and the mainlanders. What is it?
Brother, I must speak with you. Until now, I have understood nothing. But it is not merely the teachings I failed to grasp. I did not understand Mother and Father's wishes, nor indeed your own. As the priestess, I am duty-bound to protect our village. And I would do so not with a weapon, but with understanding. Brother, please permit me to travel alongside these people.
Your own journey. I never thought I'd see the day you'd ask to leave.
I humbly plead on her behalf as well.
My own journey's end freed me from our customs. Perhaps, had I sought comrades and friends of my own to walk with, I would have found purpose. So be it. Go and see this world with your own eyes. As a parting gift, Yufa, I entrust this to you.
What is it?
Mother's Kakara. With this staff in hand, she would travel the lands beyond our shore, seeking to spread our teachings.
I did not know she'd left anything behind. I gladly accept.
I must ask, Yufa, what do you plan to call yourself, once off the island?
What do you mean? I am the priestess of Verga Island. Should I be called anything else?
Indeed. To outsiders, we are only the islanders. We have hardly named the land, much less our humble village. We once saw no need for a name. We had rejected the world outside for so long, we knew but two lands. Those within our borders, and those without. Now that the truth of our traditions has been restored, we may celebrate them. And in that spirit, I would like to name our village.
Our home will have a name?
By your efforts, there is no longer any doubt. The dragon god Et is our village's guardian deity. Thus, it seems only right to call it the home of the dragon god Et. Etria. One day, after years untold, I hope Etria will be a bustling town. People from far and wide will meet here. It will be worthy of its name. At least, that is my fantasy.
I think I've found a world I want to be a part of. To that end, everyone, I look forward to our journeys together.
So, you're off to Alterberry. You'll have to watch for the tide, but you should arrive with plenty of time. If you have time yet to relax, our island home is humble, but I hope it is to your liking.
Wow. It's nothing like Etria. Incredible. Oh, wait, do people in Grand Trat have big families?
I don't think so.
If it's called San Lumio Street, then all its residents are of the San Lumio, are they not? On the island, places are named after the people who live there, so... maybe that's not how it works there? I'm sorry, I must come across so strangely.
Yufa?
Brother, I'm learning about the outside world from him. If I remain naive about it, I will only be a burden.
Does living beyond our borders make you anxious, Yufa?
A little. But I shouldn't be, no? This was my own decision.
There's nothing wrong with standing behind your decision.
Precisely, yes. The first time I left the island, I was so nervous my knees shook.
Really? Is that true, brother?
No one steps out into the unknown without some trepidation in their heart. That said, people only fear what they don't know, because they don't fully understand themselves. I believe this is your time, sister. You've heard of the trials of Malnever, have you not? It is an island where a peculiar monster lives. Raised in stagnant magla, the monster reflects the anxiety of those who challenge it, and it provides those who overcome it with proof of their victory. I am one such victor, and I gained a great deal from it. I think you could stand to benefit as well, Yufa. You would count your new friends as reliable warriors, correct? Perhaps you might tempt them with the discarded treasures and armaments of our ancestors there. It will challenge you, to be sure, but you'll walk away better for it. Before you leave, consider testing your strength.
But what if it proves too challenging?
We'll do it together, Yufa.
The weather on the island is unpredictable at best. We won't know how dangerous it will be.
I would never send my precious sister off without regard for her safety. I have some idea of how to handle the weather. Won't you put your faith in your new friend and me? Your focus must be solely on the trial.
I understand. If this proof you speak of will give me the power to step boldly into my future, then I will want for nothing else.
That's the spirit. If you do decide to go, pay me a visit before heading out. I would see you all off safely.
This one's important.
Yes, that's the place. You know, I wouldn't mind visiting if we've the time. All rather mysterious, isn't it? But knowing you'll be at my side, I admit, I do find my courage. A trial awaits. Please, lend me your strength.
Hey, hasn't that island been abandoned for quite some time? I hope the Magla isn't too strong. But you'd better be prepared for the worst, okay?
Eat up, you two. Smells good, doesn't it? Hope you like it. This dish has some complexity to it.
There's more than enough for everyone. I was thinking maybe it would be good if I gave some of Miss Fabian's food to hungry people. Everyone's scared of people they don't understand or don't know. That's why they were mean to me too. So maybe if we get everyone to eat lots of good food together, they'll talk to each other and get along.
I mean, it might work.
Miss Fabian was worried too. But she said we won't know until we try.
Now hold on. Let's not be hasty about inviting those sorts in, hmm? What if they make a habit of skulking around here? Well, take a look yourself before you start clutching your pearls. Not a single one has even taken a plate, as you can plainly see.
I need to warn you, Mom. Even if you demand compensation later, I've naught to give you.
And I'm telling you, I don't need any. Maria and I just don't want you dying of hunger. After all, we're neighbors, and I won't ignore any of you any longer. Truth be told, I turned a blind eye to your plight. But Maria saw it plain, and my eyes were opened, and I realized that it isn't right. It's not all right at all. So, Go ahead and eat your fill. You've my word. There are no tricks here. I've a portion for you as well. Surely you've heard whispers about the honeybees fair now, haven't you?
Is it true that you ran your own business?
Yes, Mom. At one point, I owned a factory and had several hired hands in my employ. But then, I was swindled by a moneylender. I'd like to work my way up again. Or even earn just enough to put a roof over my head. But once you've lost your footing, it's hard to stand back up on your own.
Hey, perhaps you could find a place that will put him to work. I've heard you're well connected around these parts.
I'll consider it.
Oh, he's here. You should try Miss Fabian's cooking. It's really good.
Why?
Because eating yummy food makes everyone happy. And when my friends are happy, I'm happy too.
We're friends. But you're normal, and I'm not.
I've been thinking about a whole lot of things lately. And we did this today because I met you. Talking to people makes things better. It makes it so even things that were sad feel a little brighter. It's like a light in the dark all of a sudden. Or, actually, it's more like you see it was never dark to begin with. I want everyone to know that. I'm Maria. What's your name?
It's Apis. I couldn't even remember my own name.
Nice to meet you, Apis. So, do you think anything around here has changed? Maybe for the better?
I'm not sure, but it does feel a little different, yeah.
Do you want to come eat with us? Everyone looks so happy. Miss Fabian said she wanted to try doing that again. She even wants to get some of the townspeople to help out too.
That's great. I'm glad everything worked out.
Yep. Talking to people really does change things. Me and Apis are friends now too. We're going to go play with Harundo and the others too next time.
Harundo? Who's that?
That boy who drew on the walls. We played together the other day. You know, all of these good things happen because of you, mister. You gave me those pictures of your journey. Remember? When I look at these pictures, I imagine your voice in my head saying, "Just do your best." I like it when you're here, and sometimes I'm still lonely when you're not around, but I'm not going to ask you not to go.
Is that how you really feel?
I used to want to run away from Grand Trad so badly. I didn't feel at home here, so I thought there was someplace else I should go to. I wanted Miss Fabian to like me so much, but the more important thing really was if I liked Miss Fabienne. When I realized that, I learned that I can pick where my home is. I can choose where I belong. And right now, I've picked this place. This is my home. I'll wait here with Miss Fabian, so you can't die, okay? So please come back.
I promise you I'll come back, Maria.
Remember, it's a promise.
The pure-hearted maiden, Maria, keeper and heritor of the healer's virtues. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
I want to be with Mister forever. If you don't come back on your own, I'll find you and bring you back. I still dream about going on a journey one day, to all sorts of faraway places. I'll even go to where Papa never went to. I'll see those places for him, and then it'll be my turn to tell you all about my journey.
Do the two of you have a moment? Lend me a hand with the inn, will you?
Okay, coming. Let's go.
Allow me to introduce myself once again. My name is Dutteram. I'd like to thank you for your assistance.
What assistance?
Right then, where shall I begin? The execution was proposed by Alonso himself. He agreed to bear the weight of my crimes and die with them. That is, under one condition. He had me declare my support for your candidacy by naming you as the key figure who put an end to the people's suffering. And in doing so, Alonso would accomplish his goal, to bring you great renown.
Why would he go through with that?
Perhaps it was meant to be a form of atonement. By giving you recognition and building your reputation, he could pave you a path to the crown. He truly believed that you could change the world. Alonso entrusted me with this letter, or rather, with his last words.
I wager you must be furious with me. I'm sorry I didn't let you in on the plan. I knew you would be against it. Believe it or not, I considered myself a just person. My cons were always in the service of a greater good. I convinced myself that it was all for my hometown, for my mother. But that pretense crumbled away, along with her life. I realized everything I'd done was out of my own selfish desires. Such a man ought to die. So, I found a way to make a worthy end of it. Come to think of it, death, too, is perhaps its own selfish escape. When you stopped me, I could finally confront that about myself. The truth of the matter is, I like lying. I like tricking people. Perhaps I never needed to be a good person. On the day of my execution, you'll be lauded as a hero, and everyone in attendance will be none the wiser about my deception. Yes, before long you'll ascend to the throne, and the world will become a slightly better place. All thanks to my lies. I've done far too much wrong in my life. But in my final moments, I will become the kind of person I've always aspired to be. I owe it all to you. Even though I know this wasn't the conclusion you wished for, you have my gratitude.
The devious schemer, Alonso, keeper and heriter of the Faker's virtues. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of his newfound powers, work to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Remember your promise. Become the king.
Are you all right?
No. I'm distressed.
I'm sure you must be. But Alonso believed you could bring about a better future. You there! Bring him what we've discussed. This is Alonso's fortune. Though half of it was pinched from my coffers. Still, the fact that he managed to steal all this is quite impressive.
What are you planning to do with it?
Rest assured, I won't be taking it with me. Not after all that's happened. Alonso intended to give this money to his village, but he was terribly distraught when they wouldn't accept it. However, if you, the hero, were to give them the money, that'd be a different matter. Might you donate his fortune in your name?
All right. I'll do it.
Thank you. He'll rest easier, knowing it was you. I'll make arrangements for a coachman to transport this to the village. Until then, his property shall be in my care. Come speak with me once you've arrived. I ask this of you in his stead.
This one's important.
The Orbwise Path, a cave on an uninhabited island east of Virga Island, comes into view. An old Mustari custom says, the deceased can ascend as guardian deities if their remains are fed to the snakes here. Time passes, lands and peoples change, and the unthinkable becomes sacred tradition. The party arrives with complicated feelings.
Giving it some thought? You think you own this place, huh? You're not raiding this tomb on our watch!
Great work, Captain! The Islanders will be happy to hear the news. Let's hurry and let them know! Thank you. But first, might I ask you a random question? What does strength truly mean to you?
Strength is to overpower your competition, I suppose.
Huh. That's an interesting stance. Well,
Then you pass. I hereby appoint you to the position of my personal escort. You do know that I have an adoring public all over the continent, yes? I get absolutely swarmed when I go out alone. How honored you must feel. Oh, but I kid. I'm just glad to have you aboard. After all, we're both putting our lives on the line to achieve the same goal, are we not? So let me put it to you again. If there's something I want to save, are you still willing to risk your life for it? I do appreciate you fighting alongside me, and I was deadly serious about the escort thing. So, let's give it our best.
The ephemeral songstress, Juna. Within her dwells the virtue of the masked dancer. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
I feel like I can rely on you.
Oh, that reminds me. I did promise to teach you a songstress's secrets. Though I hardly think they're all that impressive. All I do is show everyone the me I want to be. It's the audience who sees that and feels what they do about it that makes me a songstress. It sounds cryptic, I know, but watch close and you'll see what I mean. Right, my good man? So, for your first duty as my new escort, shall we head back?
Yeah, let's go back to the entrance.
Cilento, a settlement known for its marine trade, thanks to the bounties of the sea. The bay's most prominent feature, though, is a sinkhole of unfathomable depth. Some believe to gaze into its abyss is to be spirited away. The gauntlet runner glides into the inlet as seabirds overhead cry out songs of victory at their catches.
Giving it some thought?
As the sun sets over the sea's horizon and the birds rest their wings, the gauntlet runner settles into a reef, waves lapping softly at its hull. The gauntlet runner anchors itself at the reef to stave off danger. Within its walls, the party sleeps peacefully. At last, the party arrives at Sporico Cave, nestled deep in the forest. Within, vibrant flowers rich with color blossom in full glory. But theories claim the cave itself is a weapon of a bygone era, and the magic of its circuitry infused the ground with magla. As though drawn in by the bewitching light, the gauntlet runner draws near the mouth. As the clear surface gives way to the glassy ink of darkness, the gauntlet runner reaches a remote island. The party gets a good night's rest, grateful for the still land that does not sway them at its whims. The spire of blind faith is the decision to pursue such a beast, one of bravery, or something else altogether. The party sets foot in the tower, filled now only with disquieting magla, all prayers long unanswered. As the sunset stretches the gauntlet runner's shadow across the water, they arrive at the prismatic sea. Sailors whisper of an otherworldly view visible in these parts, if you survive the terrors of the deep. Yet somehow, the sailors have never found an unimpeachable source, and the party was about to understand why. The gauntlet runner arrives at an encampment, and sensing no imminent threats, they breathe a collective sigh of relief. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours. The land of ceremony rises over the water's horizon. The sun blazes down on the island year-round, giving way to scorching heat. Coming here eventually came to have ceremonial significance, as monsters who could survive these conditions boast extraordinary strength. Not even thieves dare to come near this mausoleum. The party rouses their spirits and steps inside.
This is the last of the trials. Let's give this all we've got. I wonder if what you got earlier could serve as that proof of victory you want. I mean, I'm not seeing anything else you could use.
These bones are aged. Old relics of my fellow countrymen. I wonder how many have fallen here. And what do the trials mean to them? My own deeds merely live in their shadow. Because it was only by chance that I entered my fight.
I'm sure all of this is part of your trial.
Is it? So you're saying that the path which led me here, all my experiences, it was all a trial? There's a favor I might request of you. For my entire life, I have seen myself as an offering. I thought of nothing except that duty. That's why panic took root in me. But at the same time, if my past had been any different, would I have had the strength to defeat that monster? This trial has shown me I am more than an offering. While it revealed my weakness, so too did it reveal my triumph. Now, my only desire is to seek a deeper faith in myself, so that I can go wherever I have decided to go. But while the outside world is still frightening, I'd like you by my side. I know I have room to grow as far as believing in myself, but my belief in you is already as the tallest oak.
Of course. You needn't even ask.
How happy you make me. Finally, I understand. This power which burns within me, that is the proof of victory I truly needed. Only I can know what I might bring to bear. That must be what my brother wanted me to learn. I've made my decision. I will fight for the good of everyone and everything. For all the world. What's this? A handshake? Wait, I see you're offering me the type of handshake practiced by those in the outside world.
The Oracle Priestess, Yufa. Within her dwells the virtue of the Summoner. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
My heart is aflutter. But,
Apologies? Does shaking hands make you nervous?
Oh, no, not at all. It is not so much to ask. It's just that, for the Mastari, handshakes mean two different things. One meaning is simply trust, which you offer now, and the other meaning is... well... it matters not. Please don't let it worry you. My sincerest appreciation. Now then, I thank you greatly, and may I suggest we turn toward home?
Very well. Let's return to the entrance.
The cavalry has arrived. Victory is at hand, my friends! Charge!
Hey, Worm Base! Remember when you ate us? Well, I sure do!
Are you, perchance, looking for this? Did my last words have you in tears? What's with you? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Because I am seeing a ghost.
I didn't take you to be the superstitious sort. I didn't die. That's all there is to it. Even if the world would have preferred otherwise, I plan to keep living. As long as you and my mother wish for it. Consider the letter a bit of a stage prop.
But everything you wrote was sincere.
Quite so. Alas, did my deceit diminish my sincerity? I'm sure you've told your fair share of lies as well. The same is true of all your future subjects. No man or woman is completely honest. Fiction has its role to play in supporting people. Like with you in that book you hold so dear, yes? But there comes a time in all lives where reality starts to give chase. It closes in on us eventually. So when that time comes, well, if that time comes, we'll run from it for as long as we can. Is that so wrong? Of course not. It all comes back to weakness. But it's weakness that makes people interesting. I find it endearing. Should you ever have a need of deception, you can rely on me. I'll be at your service.
no matter where or when.
Thank you, Alonso.
You're very welcome. Now go on and show me that new world of yours. Well, I do hope we can keep seeing each other like this. Come what may. So long, young majesty.
Coming into view is the village of Ligno, a frequent stop for capital-bound peddlers and merchants, experienced traders who have withstood the trials of all the world's cultures and customs, gather here with rare goods found nowhere else. Though the village has waned in light of the influx of monsters, it remains an important hub of commerce. Here in this corner of the world, the Gauntlet Runner arrives.
Giving it some thought?
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at an encampment, and sensing no imminent threats, they breathe a collective sigh of relief. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours. The Gauntlet Runner finds itself at the Scoundrel's Hold, a cave system beneath the sand and rock, dug out by bandits over untold years. There were once treasures hoarded in the sprawling paths, but with the arrival of the monsters, only a vast labyrinth remains. The party wanders into the caves, now merely the wreckage of the bandits' dreams.
What's up, Del? Something on your mind?
There's nothing, just thinking.
Oh no. You're not still feeling unwell, are you?
It's just the twinge now, that's all. I'm sharp as ever, me.
You sure? 'Cause I remember once the big fever passed, you went hot and cold again a couple more times. I'd never seen you go down like that.
I said I'm fine, didn't I? God, but you'll worry too much. Come on, I'm starving.
Something's bothering me.
Really? He seemed pretty healthy to me.
Just a bad feeling, I suppose. It was a human that wounded him. Hard to say whether the magla might have any nasty side effects. You know.
You mean he may need magic healing? I don't know if we're gonna find that here on the island.
Hey, is there any way we could get Rella to take a look at him? Magla-born symptoms can take a turn for the worse incredibly fast, no matter how healthy you are. I'd rather not let it fester.
Well, we do claim to help anyone in need, eh? But don't forget that we're fighting a battle. And if you cannot distinguish friend and foe on the battlefield, it will be your end.
I know you're right. But I get the feeling those two are telling themselves the same thing.
What if, now, what if, instead of speeding to her doorstep, we ask her saintliness to come here? It'll just take a bit of conspiring to get our story straight. I mean, I'm not normally a chap to take sides in this sort of thing, but those two hardly strike me as the evil type.
Look, Captain, I wouldn't feel right ignoring this. Will you please go to the royal capital for me?
No problem. I'll go.
I knew you'd say that. Well, if Rella's coming here, I guess it won't be that much trouble.
Thanks. I remember I called you too soft once. I see now I was wrong.
If that's sorted, let's get it done sharpish before any complications crop up.
Thank you so much for your help leading the evacuation. They tell me not everyone got a chance to thank you. So on their behalf...
Don't worry about it. Didn't want the annihilation of a whole village on my conscience is all.
Wasn't expecting you to handle the evacuation side, Del. Thought for sure you'd be the first in the fray with the human.
They healed me up. Gotta repay the favour, don't I? Wouldn't feel right otherwise.
Then for their sake, you should take care of yourself, too.
What? Who the hell? No way. Aren't you Saint Rella?
You're joking. You're not joking. Why is she here?
I called for her, and she came. You that surprised? I know people in the Crown Theocracy. My work speaks for itself these days.
It's almost time for the Saints' Day festivities in Montario. Having been invited, I was in the area. I heard about your splendid work, Fidelio and Basilio. I hardly recognized the two of you.
You remember us?
Of course. This is a bit of a reversal, though. Back then, it was you helping treat Basilio's wound. I can tell how far you've come since then.
Ugh.
But I've also heard about your own injury. Your right foot, I'm guessing. Have you felt any sudden fevers come on? Let me have a look. Yes, that should do. I can see you had an expert looking after you already. Physically, you're as well as anyone could ask. But, Fidelio, is there something you feel
lost or anxious about.
Where's that coming from?
I've talked to lots of people and observed the flow of their magic. By now, I'm certain that Magla is connected to our emotions. When I speak to someone who's feeling strong emotions, I can sense the state of their heart as if seeing it with my own eyes.
Nah, I'm sound. Nothing's getting me down.
I see. Then you should be fine. Just don't take life for granted, or your treatment will have been for nothing. Keep on living, all right? For now, let's see. Run to the beach and back with Basilio. If you can make it without slowing down, then clearly there's nothing wrong with your foot.
Hey, sounds like a laugh. Just like when we were kids. Step lively, Del, or I'll leave you behind.
Hey, what the hell? I said I'm fine. Oh, damn it. Basilio! Hang on!
Thanks, Rella. When you told me about the first time you'd saved someone's life, I didn't realize you were talking about them.
You're in Luis's entourage now. Yet you needed our stories to match in front of the brothers. You're swimming in dangerous waters, aren't you? Not just that. You've got a gauntlet runner that can teleport across the land and an elder captain who wields it through magic. That's a lot to take in.
Well, how do I put this?
I didn't realize it when I met you before, but you're already one of the top candidates. I saw the King's Rock. Are you intending to confront Luis?
Yes, that's right.
Well, there you have it.
So you are committed to this path, no matter what. I knew this day might come. It's not my place to stop you.
Come now, do you have to be so bleak? I've already spent my fair share of time with Luis, you know.
Don't underestimate Luis. As far as the Crown Theocracy knows, the King's magic will protect the highest candidates from any harm, and they think that guarantees their safety at the festival. But I've done my research. Some attacks the barrier can't stop. I believe the magic only prevents underhanded approaches, like ambush.
So there's a loophole.
It's not widely known, but take a duel, for instance. Both parties identify themselves, fight with consent, and the magic won't protect them, no matter their standing.
But if you just have to identify yourself and agree to fight... Oh, was that why the battle with Gladel?
Suffice it to say the King's Shield is not perfect, and Luis will surely exploit that. I have a terrible feeling there will be bloodshed before Saint's Day is over. I won't try to stop you, but be careful down the road, all right?
Yes, understood.
Then please, look after Juna.
Ugh, you do know I'm not a child anymore.
Keep up, Del! Gotta be faster than that!
You spring-heeled bastard, you've got the height advantage. Damn it, you haven't won yet!
I suppose we'll have to leave it there.
Can't deny it this time, though. You lot did fantastic.
And Lady Juna's safe too. I owe you thanks for that, if nothing else. The islanders gave us a map of the east side of the island. Their way of thanking us, I suppose. You're welcome to it, if you don't waste it.
See? Old Del's great at looking after people. He saved loads of them in the evacuations.
Oh, belt up, would you? Been meaning to ask. That's a book, yeah?
Didn't take you for a book reader. Lord Luis likes them, though. Often got his head berries in one.
By the way, doesn't Lord Luis have this same book? I hear it's been banned.
How should we know? Not like we grew up round books. People barely literate nowadays, frankly.
So, what's it say? Long as we're killing time anyhow, let me see it. In this world, one can become anything they desire. Neither birth nor status decides your occupation.
Huh, sounds grand, that. You think this place really exists?
Course not, you muppet. It's a fantasy, remember? Anyone is free to become anything. This is a paradise of equality and freedom, devoid of discrimination or prejudice. Pretty words, them. But if everybody's free to do what they want, they'll work out their own reasons to be prejudiced. You can call it a utopia, but I reckon people living in it might romanticize our world too. At the end of the day, dreaming of escape will only ever be a dream. Nothing changes unless you do it with your own hands.
Aye. But But if we really could do anything, I quite fancy opening up a little diner with you, Del. You like singing, eh? And I'm dead handy with a cook pan. We could invite Lady Juna over, host a fancy soiree of our own. Every night, just us and our best mates living it up. You telling me you don't like the sound of that?
Get your head out of the clouds, Baz. We're long past being able to get away with that. Doesn't matter anyway. A dream is just a dream.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Didn't expect them to throw such a party before our departure. A far cry from our first night here in a cell.
I hear 'tis a festival in the dragon god's name, meant to ensure a safe sea voyage. In place of a lighthouse, their fire is kept burning until the morning.
I say, these locals are bally well informed. They're up to their gills in practical and theoretical magla theory. Not as focused on the mechanicals as us mainlanders, but the land's far from barbaric. Their insights could rather improve the runner's design, you know? Ah, speaking of, I finished with the lance replica.
We're finally ready.
Woo! Grand, ain't it? Del's all better, and we've got some choice souvenirs to bring back to Lord Luis.
We're not out of the woods yet. Don't be too quick to celebrate.
Hey, come on, lads, loosen up! It's a party! We've all earned a little fun.
And you? What's a sanctist fat cat like you doing getting all giddy over a pagan festival?
I have to laugh, don't I? I thought the Crier's life had made me pretty knowledgeable about our world, but turns out most of what I knew was lies. Makes me think, maybe this is how my old father felt.
Crier a family trade, eh? Imagine that.
The Crown Theocracy does love their hereditary titles. Yeah, my old man was a serious fella. More than me, that's for sure. He called out corruption where he saw it. Made him a pariah. But there you go. Yeah, I remember he once flat out suggested igniters were more dangerous than the Crown Theocracy was letting on. And there was that riot in the slums, of course, the one started by that Parapus. The church dismissed it as paupers revolting over their conditions. But my old man, well, he said it wasn't a riot at all. Outright accused the Crown Theocracy of turning an innocent Parapus feral through horrific magic experiments.
What?
Who knows what really happened there? Either way, nobody took my father seriously. He was condemned as a liar. And he died young. Just the way it is, I suppose. People will always prefer their own feelings to the truth. Happiness is a luxury hard to come by otherwise. Hard to care about the world after that. I was a poor excuse for a crier, if you ask me. Yet, here I am. It's beyond weird. Somehow, you lot have managed to make the world seem interesting again. I'm genuinely grateful, you know? Makes a man feel as if he owes you.
You owe us nothing. Can't afford any rumors about you being biased in our favor, anyway.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, though, you need anything, you've got me on your side. I'll do what I can. For now, I'll catch a boat ride to Altabury ahead of you. Once this festival's over, it'll be farewell for the moment. So, let's make this a bash to remember.
Now, time for some fun! Bring out the treats!
And those are? The fruit is called dragon's tears. They're quite precious. Their tree only bears once every few years.
Ah, 'tis delicious. Beyond delicious.
Wonderful. This again. Hulkenberg's tastes are a dubious metric at best.
Please, it's the rarest of harvests, and we would like to share it with you.
Sounds. I feel quite...
Right?
What's going on? There's something odd about the way those two are laughing. But he's crying. What is this fruit?
You see, in old long times ago people ate this to reach a higher plane of existence and talk to the gods.
Ha! Yes, you certainly appear to have reached some higher state. Glad I passed.
Phew, finally back to normal. Well, that sure felt like a festival. Not that I'm complaining. Oh, and did you hear? The people of this island make a wish over that flame. It's said that if you write your wish on a piece of paper, it'll bring you good luck. We don't often get to relax like this. So why don't you go there with someone? Have you decided on someone?
Tell, you hear all that? What that crier was talking about?
Yeah. Sounded proper familiar to me.
It's easy to blame the Sanctus Church for the whole thing. But maybe not all of them were happy about it. Makes you think. I remember St. Rella looked like her heart was breaking, seeing us at death's door. Maybe she knew what was going on. Del, what do we believe in, really? Are we absolutely positive that, Count Luis's vision and ours have enough in common?
I thought we were done talking about this. He's the reason we got this far. A couple of Parapus orphans. Nobody else wants us. Nobody cares about us. We'd be nothing without Count Luis.
I know, Del, but he makes all them speeches about equality, but in the end, he's gonna leave the weak to die. I heard him talk about his ideal world, and it sounds like a world where we'd have died alone in the dirt. No Saint Rella to save us. Is that what we're fighting for?
Too late for that kind of talk, brother. Blood on our hands either way.
Hey! What are you two doing on your own? Come join the party! You'll miss the whole festival.
Lady Juna.
What's that look about? I know you're absolutely smitten with me, love, but you needn't be so tense about it.
Do you plan to kill Count Luis?
What are you talking about? He can't be killed anyway.
Lady Juna, I don't think your heart is with Count Luis anymore. Or maybe it never was. There's a side of you that you only show them. But us, starting to think we've never seen the real you.
Are you really so worried for Count Luis? He's the one who measures worth in power. So what would he think to hear you underestimating him?
So you don't actually work for Forden or nothing then? No ulterior motives?
I've been with Count Luis since before the race even started, haven't I? Ever since he was stripped of command.
Hey, Del.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. That's my fault. But trust me on this. I promise I'll make sure this world's got more to give you two than despair.
I saw it with my own eyes. That lance gets past the king's magic. That means it can kill a candidate. They were testing it among themselves, and Lady Juna was right there with them.
You serious? How are we supposed to report that to Count Luis?
Don't worry, it's my own problem. I told you to leave the thinking to me.
You know, I really like Lady Juna's songs, and I like seeing you listening to her when you get the chance. You got arm around your heart, Del, and her music pierces it. I don't want to kill Lady Juna. And you don't either, Del. Do you?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Looks like the sea's settled somewhat. We've got a map of the Altaberry region too. I'd say we're set.
Now we can leave with our minds clear and pockets full, eh? Where are those brothers? Out on errands?
I say we just leave them behind.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Well, long as we've got a minute alone, let's go over our plan. As soon as we get to Altaberry, we give Luis the fake lance Nuris made up for us.
While I hold on to the real one.
Then, on the eve of this divine relic dedication ceremony, we use the real lance to end this, once and for all. He doesn't know we've worked out its powers. We'll use that to our advantage. Juna, we'll need you to convince Luis to attend the eve of the festival.
Oh, I've been pestering him to do so for a while now. Don't want him spending the evening in his heavily fortified Skyrunner after all.
So where is the false lance in question?
Right here, ready to poke an eye out. Oh, what do you think? Dead ringer, eh?
Such detail. Even I can't tell them apart.
When we get to Alterbury, we'll pass off the fake to Louise. Then, we execute our plan.
Oh, by the way, I was talking with the Magnus brothers earlier. Think they might be onto us.
That's not good. We'll need to be more careful.
Wait, footsteps. Speak of the devils. We'll need to hide the real Lance.
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
Right. All present and counted. Anchors away, what?
Aye, aye, me hearties! What's wrong then? Is that not the customary exclamation of sailors? Mr. Batlin was very specific.
I wouldn't believe everything he says.
'Tis a strange melancholy, leaving the people we have so recently come to know.
We'll be back. With some fantastic tales to tell them too.
Yes, certainly.
This is Altaberry Heights. We'll make faster progress back on land.